It's Dr. Don, and we are ready for another Performance Pearl from Performance Chiropractic. And I have two amazing people, people that I'm very blessed to take care of that are here. Christina,
Hi.
Good to see you. And the little amazing Elias, and what a beautiful baby he is. How old is he now?
6 months.
6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we have a history that goes back a long way, and we're not going to elaborate on that right now. But we got to see little Elias probably, I think it's about 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. So why don't you talk a little bit about, you know, what was going on with him and what kind of his story was, kind of coming into this world. What happened?
Well, when he was born, he had shoulder dystocia. He was big. When he was almost 11 pounds.
So his shoulder was sort of jimmied up,
stuck, yeah,
coming up, yeah. So
which caused some like stretching in his shoulder and nerve damage. So he couldn't move his right arm at all for let's see, probably the first. I mean, I would say maybe the first month or so.
Okay.
And
that was a good one. Good out. That was a good out. Yeah.
Started slowly kind of seeing a little bit more movement in like his hand and wrist, and then he would kind of just use this part but not any like lifting of his arm.
So he was basically kind of stuck in here, and coming out of you he was just jammed in there, and in the process, you know, there was no function going on. There was just flop. He had a flipper.
Yeah, you'd pick him up, and it, you know, if you didn't hold on to his arm, it would just flop down, and so he had that, and then he also was just only turning his head to one side. He wouldn't turn it to the right, only to the left. So it kind of started to where he was getting a flat spot on the back of his head from that.
So what were you doing at that point?
We were taking him to physical therapy and just doing kind of what they were telling us to do at home and stuff like that.
And I remember you telling me something. They said his head was not right or something. Like that.
Just that they were thinking he was gonna maybe need a helmet, and just because of the flat spot, and he wasn't, you know, turning his head.
So as this little flower is coming out and exposing itself to the world, if part of it can't like release, there's gonna be a challenge, and there's gonna be challenges. So, so somehow you ended up. How did you end up here?
Well, I had thought about bringing him in here. I came here when I was pregnant with my daughter to see Julie for some Webster technique.
Right, correct, yeah.
So I don't know, I had thought about bringing him in here, but I didn't. And then my sister was holding him one day and suggested it, so I grabbed my phone and called right away and made an appointment.
So, poor bugger looks like he's hardly making it anymore. So, since then, what's going on with your little baby?
He is doing great. We had been taking him there and to the physical therapy, and he, you know, like I said, he kind of started getting this movement back, but nothing away from his body and no like lifting.
Right. So no loading or anything like that was happening at all. Yeah.
I could tell she was getting a little bit discouraged. Even his physical therapist, they had kind of told us when he was first born that it's kind of like a wait and see kind of thing. They don't know if they're always gonna regain function, or you know, you kind of had to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah. So they were kind of putting a stimulus in, and every stimulus is going to have a response, but there was not response happening to the stimulus.
He got this back, but then we were kind of at like a standstill with the where he wasn't getting the lifting, and we weren't really seeing him the head turning both directions. So then when I brought him here, we started noticing right away he was starting to lift that shoulder up in his head. You know, he was starting to turn it both ways, and his flat spot went away really fast. She was like shocked. She couldn't believe that it was gone, that it had gone away.
Yeah, all without a helmet. Eh?
Yeah.
What an amazing thing.
Right?
So, well, if we think about it, you know, that little head is sitting on top of the spine, and if it's not fully moving, there's going to be an imbalance. And I think he's got a perfect melon right now, to be quite honest with you.
His physical therapist was. They were both shocked. They were like, he has the most perfect shaped head we've ever seen.
He seems to be just amazing. Well, that's really cool. And I got to tell you, this story is very personal to me. Oh, hey, there may be a mist that's going to happen here, Christina. Christina is the daughter of the man who saved my life, and in effect has saved the lives of hundreds, if not thousands of people. Her dad was the first man to ever adjust me. And I'm not going to go into my whole sordid story of where my life was headed, but it wasn't that different than little Elias's story. And if we'd let Elias stay in the state that he was in, he would have manifested all these adaptations to kind of end up in the same ditch that I was in. And parents were doing everything the best they could, but the answer was, did he have nervous system interference? And if so, let's correct it. And so, Christina, I know I've told you this before, but it's a blessing for me to give back. And don't do this. And also a blessing to see your little amazing boy going to thrive and be such an important part to this world. I can't wait to see his life unfold. So, what would you tell moms who have a brand new baby, even if they come out just perfect, they seem to be everything fine, but mom has this instinct that knows, hey, you know what? There's something funky. What would you tell that mom?
Listen to it. And I mean, I think all babies can benefit from seeing a chiropractor right away, because I mean, just from a normal birth process, yet alone a kind of more traumatic one, but I think that they need it.
Yeah, let's get him checked.
Yeah.
So, well, with Christina and Elias, this is Dr. Don. We're so glad to share this story with you. And this has been another Performance Pearl. Have an amazing day.